G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this NBA 2K26 Play Now Online series. In this series I'm going to be trying to win a game with every single NBA team, going from worst to first from last year's standings. As you could see there, those were our previous games. You can go back and watch the previous episodes to see how we got here. And so in this ep we're going to be using the New Orleans Pelicans and the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Pelicans are still in tier 2 and I believe Philadelphia in tier 1, even though they finished really low last year. Some similarities these two teams have is they're both really reliant on the health of their star players. For the Pelicans, it'd be Zion, who's been coming out looking like he's skinny. So maybe he's finally reached the point where he's taken himself seriously, getting in shape, or is it just a contract year scenario for him? But anywho, one thing's for certain, and if the Pelicans are going to be any good, Zion is going to have to take it to another level. And will they get DeJounte Murray back as well? They made a trade, they brought in Jordan Poole, got rid of CJ McCollum, and the front office made an interesting move where they traded a first round pick for next year to bring in the rookie Derek Queen, I believe his name is. And they're going to have to hope that that pays off because the pick that they traded is unprotected, so if they don't have a good year, it's going to look very, very suspect, and they've been getting clowned on all off-season for that trade. I don't want to say rightfully so, but I kind of agree. I wouldn't have made that trade, that's for sure. But anywho, you're going to see Derek Queen a little bit later on here in this one as well, and we'll see what he does. But my opponent using the Tier 3 Spurs, I mean, how ridiculous is that? The Spurs being in Tier 3 with Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox as Wembanyama's hitting threes with ease there. And speaking of Derek Queen, there he is there, gets his first points of the game. A tough finish there, but he gets it to go. It's a pretty close game so far. Jose Alvarado could have taken the shot, but we decided to kick it out to Herb Jones, who signed an extension with the Pelicans as well. And he's a good 3-and-D player, and we'll see if he can develop any more. But my opponent with De'Aaron Fox takes a deep three, can't get it to go. And we're looking to get a cushion here. Herb Jones kicks it out to Jordan Hawkins, I believe his name is, and he buries the three. And that's a big, big game. But if I had to predict the Pelicans, I don't think it's going to go great for them. I mean, they have a lot of... I feel like they've got quite a bit of talent, but in the West, it's just a bloodbath, and I don't see them making the playoffs, to be honest. I mean, I think a play-in is probably a good scenario for them, but that's not what you want to hear if you're a Pelicans fan. As you see here, Derek Queen again goes all the way, layup and one, pushes the deficits out to double digits. But if I had to guess, I'd probably say they're in between 30 and 40 wins. I'll say 32 and 40, 32 and 50, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments as well, because I can't be very optimistic about this team. But Wembanyama still doing his thing. Basically just have to force anyone else to hit a shot except for him. DeJounte Murray here. Will he go himself? Brings it out. Finds Trey Murphy the third, who could have a big, big year this year, but people have been high on him for years. Hasn't totally put it together yet, but it's hard to when you're on the team that he's on, let's be honest. But he gets the slam there. Harrison Barnes bricks the three. And we're going to run DeJounte Murray. Will he go all the way? No, Wembanyama's in there. Can't be doing that. Get it back to the top. Sizing up De'Aaron Fox. Call for the pick and roll. We get stopped there. Trey Murphy, though. We get it to Derek Queen and one again. And my opponent's had enough. He rage quits. And that's the end of that one. So Newell getting the Pelicans done. Good win there against the Spurs. And we're currently 4-0. Can we remain undefeated? Going to be using a Tier 1 team here in the Philadelphia 76ers. You're going to see their starting lineup here. It's actually got Kelly Oubre at the power forward position. And I'm going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. It's this guy's first game according to the stats there. And I'm going to be rocking the throwback Allen Iverson uniforms. But they've got Joel Embiid, who's in a similar position to Zion. I mean, health has always been a factor with him. And a very, very disappointing for them last year. They got a bit lucky with their pick being, I think it was top 4 protected or something, and they got lucky and jumped up and they managed to get VJ Edgecombe. And so we'll see where he fits in. Looks like he's an absolute athletic freak, and that's saying something in the NBA. But here we're going to try to abuse Embiid. He switches, doubles here. We flip it to Maxey, and Maxey's going to float that one up and in. But the Philadelphia 76ers, again, could be one of the hardest teams to predict what's going to happen. Paul George, is he going to come in healthy? Is Embiid going to come in healthy? Are they going to play from day one, or are they going to take the first month off basically, and just hope Maxey keeps them afloat? What is going to happen? This is one team that I cannot confidently predict anything. I mean, if I had to guess, I might just go 50-50, to be honest. 41-41. I have no idea. If everything comes together, they could be great. If not, it could all fall apart again. But Quentin Grimes as well on the squad. They couldn't get a deal done, so I believe he took his qualifying offer in the end. Daryl Morey didn't want to pay him out. And this guy, Jared McCain, looked to be an absolute steal in last year's draft. But then he got injured, and he just got injured again in the off-season here, so he's going to be out for a bit. I think it's a finger injury or something, not too sure. Sixer fans, let me know, because I do not. But yeah, I just don't know what to think of this team at all. They seem to be a bit cursed, but at the same time, I feel like they deserve it. And Embiid needs to just get in shape. I mean, he's had so many years now. He's been an MVP, for goodness sake. But I guess big men just don't last that long. And he didn't have the greatest health coming in. I believe when he got drafted, he didn't play his first year just due to injuries as well. So it was always going to be a battle. And you see there the halftime score, up by 8. Pretty low scoring game, which is also going to be the future as well in this series. I believe I play quite a few low scoring games. It seems to be when I play a few games back to back, I just get lazy and just can't seem to lock in quite as easily. And the games tend to be a bit boring. You see there, we hit a mid-range jumper with Embiid to make it a 10-point game. My opponent looking to run here. Bradley Beal with a little midi gets it to go. And one thing that does annoy me with this game is when you green a lot of your shots, a lot of them tend to just rattle in. I prefer just if they just went straight in or swish, to be honest. Then Embiid with a monster dunk there on Harden. And he's putting up some big numbers, but he gets tired so quickly. So when he's on the court, you got to make the most of it. As Maxey spots him open for 3, and he knocks it down. Makes it a 13-point cushion now. This game should be over. I shouldn't be losing from here. We're going to run a little play here for Paul George. Dumps it down to, who's that, Drummond? Haven't got anything. I'm going to go for the step back, and got absolutely locked up there by Kawhi. It's the end of the third quarter now. Up by 14. Should be able to put this one to bed shortly, and you'll see here what happens. But Grimes on Harden. Quite a good matchup for Grimes. Makes Harden brick the 3. And we're going to run with Paul George. Finds Grimes. Open in the corner. Knocked down. Gets his first points of the game to make it a 19-point deficit. And James Harden dribbling it up. Grimes pressuring him. Not letting him get any space. Kelly Oubre. I read that. I steal that. And he's raged, intentionally fouled, and he's paused again, and he's wasted his pause timer. I think he was talking crap. I couldn't hear him though, so I tried to unmute it, but I couldn't really hear what he said. I think he was just raging. And I just decided to quit and take the win. I mean, if you're going to use your 3 minutes of pause time and keep pausing and keep doing dumb shit, I'm just going to take the win. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Let me know down below on what your predictions are for these teams, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.